In the early 1990s, the Rock-afire explosion was being phased out from showbiz locations. Creative engineering was brainstorming to give rebirth to the Rock-afire. In 1991, an employee of creative engineering, Chris Lanous, made a new style of the characters. He made recreations of what the classic Rock-afire would look like in more of a miniature size. These smaller animatronic characters were nicknamed Midgeons by Aaron Fletcher, the founder of creative engineering. Their first usage was in a show created in 1992 called The Midgeons. This show contained 6 human characters: the Midgeonator, Billy Bob, and Fats. New Rock-afire explosion was still in its concept stages during 1992, as the other character designs were still being developed. In 1994, this new show was officially completed. It contained all the characters from the classic show except for Rolf and Earl. Billy Bob, Fats, and Mitzi all took center stage, while Duke, Beach Bear, and Looney Bird were on rotating side stages. The technology of the rotating stages and characters, along with synchronized programming, was patented and titled Danceatronics.
All up here on the stage, and we can all turn, go around a big circle together. See, like this, our feet aren't screwed to the floor or bolted down. We can move. We got more moves than a can of worms. Always giving you a different look. You see, Mitzi can come up and sing a song for you, and then that old 1-2 Billy Bob can come up there and stick his old ugly mug in your face. Sorry about that, Billy Bob. Mitzi made me say that. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a constantly changing stage. Every time you look at it, it's going to be different. Now, I want y'all to give the undivisible attention to stage left over here, because what we have here is interactivity with a video, you see, and that allows us to do all kinds of fun stuff. And check out them high-tech rabbit ears. We're hooked up to the satellite. We can get anything in on that television. And then watch this, abracadabra, turn the stage around, and now we have the junkyard dog, Duke LaRue.
Could I go finish my lunch now?
Yeah, Duke, go and finish your lunch, because we're going over here stage right to hang 10 with Beach Bear and Looney Bird. Look at that, Looney Bird coming out the window. Look at both of them guys over there.
Despite the advancements and new technology that was created for the new Rock-afire explosion, the updated show was never given the exposure it truly deserved. Only a few customers purchased it, and of those who did, very few are left in operation today. There is not much information about public shows that have or had these animatronics. The information provided is on WikiLinks and is most likely false. I believe it is false because certain dates wouldn't match up. According to ShowBizPizza.com, the new Rock-afire was completed in 1994 to 1995. On the Showbiz Pizza Wiki, it says that a new Rock-afire show was salvaged from Magic City in 1994. This doesn't necessarily add up. On a reputable news source, the Chicago Tribune, it said Magic City opened in 1994 and closed about a year ago. That specific article dated in 1998, so I took it to Reddit. I posted this asking for any information. I got many responses, and they mainly looked like this. People kept saying that there were only public shows in Illinois and Orlando, Florida. It seems no shows went out of the country. There was a picture that surfaced online of a show most likely in Latin America, but there is not that much information giving more details. So I will give you the proper history of the new Rock-afire explosion. In 1994, Magic City opened in Waukegan, Illinois. Magic City was a family amusement park that purchased a new Rock-afire show in 1996. It was meant to provide families with safe entertainment. Police said Magic City did just the opposite, as it quickly became a magnet for gangs and violence. "We had nothing but problems there every night," said Waukegan Police Captain Donald Johnson. "Gangbangers were showing up. Fights broke out. People were afraid to go there." So they had to close in 1997. Odyssey Fun World opened in the same year, 1994, and right after Magic City closed, the animatronics were salvaged and given to Odyssey. 1 year later, in 1998, Odyssey Fun World in Naperville, Illinois opened. The owners of the original location noticed the animatronics were doing good for business and entertainment, so they ended up purchasing another show to place in the Naperville location. Okay, back to 1997. In 1997, Aaron Fletcher, the founder of Creative Engineering, decided to create a test restaurant called Looney Birds. On the Looney Birds website, he says that the restaurant was a better version of the Chuck E. Cheese concept. The store lasted for 4 years and closed in 2001. Overall, the test went okay, but not extraordinary. The Midgen animatronics were certainly revolutionary for their time, but they weren't entirely stable. A lot of work needed to be done to prevent breakage, but the work never happened. Customers would often complain that when they would visit Odyssey Fun World, the show would either be temporarily out of order or the show would not be operating correctly. All the way up to 2009, the animatronics were in good operating condition. After that, they seemed to take a heavy turn at both Naperville and Tinley Park locations. Here's an example. I went to check up on them back in 2016 and the curtains were down. All the animatronics on the main stage, Mitzi, Fats, and Billy Bob, had their cosmetics removed. On the right stage, Beach Bear and Looney Bird appeared the same, with their cosmetics intact. On the left stage, Duke had his cosmetics on as well. It seems like they were using Duke's stage as storage or whatnot because they had their chairs stacked up. However, at Naperville's stage, they were not considered out of order. They performed until 2017. When I went back there in 2016, the show was temporarily closed because of technical difficulties. The curtains were closed, but I asked the staff if I could lift the curtains for a few minutes. The cosmetics on this stage looked in better condition than the Tinley Park location. On January 6, 2019, the Odyssey Fun World in Naperville, Illinois permanently closed. Along with other assets, the new Rock-afire was removed and sold to a fan. I decided to go back to the Naperville location a year after they closed. Here's that footage. You may be wondering now, what is the current situation with the Tinley Park Odyssey Fun World? Well, the show stage at the location has been sold as well. Business has not been doing that well for Tinley's Odyssey for years, but it is not yet set to close. So what now? Well, this is not the official end to the new Rock-afire explosion. There are a good amount of privately owned shows around the world, and the founder of Creative Engineering says he is still selling and creating these shows. There may be a good chance in the near future that another restaurant purchases one of these shows.